to masculine energy. Switch back to this side just for a little bit. As you guys can see, I am growing my book collection. So if I duck my head this way, there's Chester there, but they went from like just a few books to, and I'm going to get this all the way across into full. I'm going to fill this bookshelf right up. In this video, I want to talk about the ex said there's no chance of getting back together. So when you hear this, it is obviously not the best news in the world. It's very common. It's happened to me. It's been said to me before. It's hard to hear. If you heard this from your ex, then the chances at the moment aren't too good. But here's the thing. When you hear somebody, or especially a woman, say something like, this is how I feel, always add to the end of that right now. So if she says, I love you, you say right now. I hate you. I don't want to be with you anymore right now, right? So when you hear things like this, it's not always the end of the world because you still have a chance to get the attraction back up, but it's really, really slim. It's really hard to get that back up because it's one of those things where there has been behavior that you've been putting up. So when the attraction starts going down, she's going to get bitchy, she's going to test, and she's going to give you a hard time. And if you let that happen for long enough, she's going to lose all respect for you because she knows she's treating you like garbage. So if she gets to the point where she breaks up with you, she knows that she's been treating you like garbage for quite some time. So what you got to do is you got to stand up for yourself during this time when she starts, getting on the decline, and you got to clean up your game. You got to clean up what's going on. Okay. If she breaks up with you, that means she lost all respect. And she, even when she says things like this, there's no chance of us ever getting back together. That means she has lost all respect. And she thinks right now in her mind, she doesn't even want anything to do with you. And that's obviously hard. Just because you hear this, like I said before, it doesn't always mean it's the end of the world. And here's really the reason why. Again, it's right now, right? So if you take this breakup in the right way and you make sure that you are starting to read books, you're starting to understand everything about human nature, why women act the way they do, why men act the way they do. You start looking at things through a red pill lens, which is going to be a much safer lens in today's modern world, in my opinion. You're going to have a much easier time with the breakup, and you're going to have a much easier time making a better version of yourself. Because when you got to the end of the breakup, you weren't standing up for yourself. You were turning her off. You were putting her on a pedestal. If you don't stand up for yourself in a relationship, that means you think her value is higher than yours. And when you don't stand up for yourself, she's going to see that because she's going to test and she's going to keep pushing your buttons, and she's going to keep making sure that, are you really the man that she thought you were when you first got together? Because in the beginning of the relationship, it went fine. Everything was great. She started treating you with all kinds of respect. But then she sensed a little bit of weakness. So she poked at it and you didn't do much. So as soon as somebody disrespects you, as soon as they do anything to piss you off, you say something about it, because they're going to be like, oh, okay, he's a man of his word. He's not going to just sit down and let me, shit all over him. That's why she's saying that, because she has zero respect. When she says, we have zero chance of getting back together, no respect. And she's actually kind of mad at you because she thinks that you wasted a lot of her time. When you waste a woman's time, she fucking hates that shit. She doesn't want anything to do with you during that moment. That's why she's saying those things. She's angry. She's upset. And she wants to be with a man who knows his value, who can push back, not in a physical way, but in a mental and emotional way. Like when she starts acting stupid, the man won't just fucking take it, right? That's what being a pushover means. And you just can't let people do that to you in this life, and you have to be able to stand up for yourself. So that doesn't mean that it's forever. My monitors went off. That's why you'll see my face light up a little bit. But when they say there's no chance, it's not always true. It's just you have to act a certain way. You have to be a certain way to be the most masculine version of yourself. When you do that, it's going to be the most magnetizing thing. And that's what I made my last video, like the abundance mindset. When you have an abundance mindset and when nothing bothers you and nobody can do anything to sway you, when you have an abundance mindset, you're never going to let a woman walk on you. You're always going to be like, what are you treating me like shit for? Right? Because you know that there's another girl right around the corner ready to date you. That's the mindset you want to have. And when you have that kind of mindset, people will be attracted to you. So you got to use that to your advantage. It's going to be the best thing you can do for yourself. Don't put women on pedestals. They are human beings. They just want to make sure that they're with the strongest male, providing the best, provisions and security that they can get. Plus, they want you to be physically attractive, right? Because they want their fucking kids to be good looking, and they want everything. They want it all, right? It's not always the end of the world when they say that. So don't always get discouraged. But you have to be working on yourself. You have to be working on getting to the point where you're getting better every single day, 1% better than you were yesterday. Just get stronger, get better, get smarter, especially when you're bad at this stuff. When you're bad at dating and you're bad at relationships and you're bad at, if you don't understand your value and how high your value is, then you're always going to have a bad time with girls. And the universe is going to keep bringing stuff back around that you suck at, so you can get better and learn. I learned that the hard fucking way. And I was bad with relationships and I was bad with girls. So I was like, okay, I want to get better with girls. I want to get better with relationships. So I read every fucking book, watched every video I could, and here I am teaching it now because people like the way that I talk, I guess. And they were like, you should make a YouTube video. And that's, here I am, 200 fucking videos later. Speaking of that, 200 videos, yay. I'm going to end this video. Always stay masculine, guys. Make men great again is my thing. I really, really want to get men to the peak of their life where they don't take any shit. They're always striving for the best, right? So make men great again. If you guys want any coaching, it's down below. And the channel sponsor is Tactical Soap Company down below. Everything is there. All the links are there. Pheromone infused soap with all of the nerdy stuff. All right, guys, take it easy. Love you. Done.